Hello there. This is the one video you get in the 10 weeks of very busy work days I have, because I found a bit of free time after I realized I had finished a considerably large amount of my workload, which entailed a lot of things, which, you know, I feel very accomplished about finishing. Although there is still a lot of work left, I thought maybe, hey, I'd record a video to wind down and give you guys something to watch. But to be honest, I don't know how many people really watch these videos, but I assume that if you're watching these, you're probably you know, either mildly interested or you've got nothing better to do with your time. Anyways, I'm rambling on for way too long and I've forgotten how to play Clash, but today I wanted to talk about editing. Now yes, my videos are not edited at all, like apart from the end part of my videos where I'm like, until next time, or bye bye, and then it cuts to that black screen with the white text. That's the only semi-real editing that I do for my videos. And then apart from that, I don't do any form of editing at all, because one, I'm just lazy, and two, I couldn't really be well, it's also lazy, but the editing software that I'm using is not the highest tech editing software, so yeah. But editing software is a major part of what you can do with your editing abilities. Now, editing doesn't always have to be boom bang, flash bang effects where you're like cutting here, cutting there, and then you blow up your screen with a big boom, and then it, you know, like that's not what always, sorry for the scoff, but that's not what editing always has to be. Editing can just be, hey, I put a cut in the video here because I fumbled a word or something, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's a reasonable edit, because if you left that in the video, that would be pretty bad for your video, I can't lie. But like, you know, there's different types of editing levels that, you know, may entail different content creators, and you know, it's always been a matter of preference whether the YouTuber actually chooses to edit their videos or not, which I have never been picky about. I've watched a lot of YouTubers who don't really edit their videos. Me myself, I don't really edit my videos at all. And as I said before, like, even the basic cuttings and, you know, just generic cuts here and there, I don't really do that, because all my videos are taken in one take. Although, you know, once in a while, if I'm feeling generous, I may give you guys like a sound effect here, or sound effect there, or I don't know. I don't expect visual effects, because I'm not up to that level of editing. I may know how to code, but I do not know how to edit. That is one very big thing you might want to know about me. No, I do not do computer science. Coding used to be a hobby. But anyways, as I was saying, editing is not only more enticing sometimes, it may provide for a better audience range and better quality videos, I would say. Sometimes, not most of the time, but sometimes this is what entices viewers such as you and me to kind of enjoy the video in a sense more than if it maybe wasn't edited, which I do understand. But what a lot of people do not understand is sometimes editing isn't as simple as it seems. For example, if you want to add visual effects, or I don't know, like flashbangs, kabooms, right? Yes, it takes up a bit more time, and I guess in that case that's why a lot of here's a lucky drop for you guys. That's why a lot of YouTubers hire editors, because they just do not have the time to edit, because editing does take a long time. But if you're like me and you just chuck your video into CapCut and you're like, okay, let's just add my music, which is running in the back here. I don't actually play the music during my recording, I add it on afterwards. Or you're like, oh, you know, I want to add a sound effect, and you like, you click and drag your sound effect from heavens knows where. I don't really know where you guys download your sound effects, but you just drag it in from nowhere and you go, and it brings a sound effect like this.
Nothing beats a jet
Yeah, I don't know what sound effect I'm gonna put, but you know, don't be too greedy, because I don't have a lot of sound effects saved on my sound effect drive. Yeah, and to be honest, editing is something that is more of a privilege to have. Now by privilege, I don't mean in the sense of water, food, stuff like that, right? It's something that's nice to have. Like, not all YouTubers you're gonna see are gonna have the same level of editing as others, because obviously YouTubers have different budgets, they have different sources of revenue, and they have different, you know, different projects that they want to work on. Now, if you're talking about a person like me, where I used to record daily videos except for that Monday, right? I did not have the time to edit videos. The only reason I'm editing this video today slightly is because I'm just trying to prove a point of randomness of editing and how editing is better for videos, right? But what I've come to realize is, in recent times, the skill of editing has maybe dropped a little. Like, not by what you think I mean, right? It's because I've been seeing a lot of TikTok edits recently, right? And there's this little thing they call a CapCut template, right? I'm sure we all know what a CapCut template is. It's a template that CapCut provides to users so that they can just copy and paste the template to CapCut, and then they can post videos of their own accord and, you know, gain viewers, gain likes. No, I'm all for people exploring the horizons and, you know, doing what they want. But it gets to a point where, if we reference back to my cliche video, which I can't remember how long ago that was, but, you know, if we reference back to that sorry, I'm slurring my words for some reason. If we reference back to that video, I said, when people reuse the same thing over and over again, it becomes very boring for viewers to see, right? Like, if, for an example, I was on TikTok for 10 minutes on a lunch break, and I was like, hey, you know, I got this 10-minute lunch break, might as well use it to watch something entertaining while, I'm on this break from work. I sat there for 10 minutes watching the same Spider-Man edit template roll in front of my face about 3 or 4 times in that watching session, and I thought to myself, is this the same content creator that created the other video? Long story short, it was not, because I viewed all of their profiles and realized that it was a template that they were using. And now, yes, you may say, maybe they were just taking inspiration, or maybe it was just pure plagiarism of the work that others have done that, subsequently resulted from these questionable, repeatable edits. Maybe. I didn't really investigate too far. I don't have the time to investigate so far. And to be honest, editing is a skill that you will learn, and obviously, as everybody says, if you cheat, there's really no point, because you never really actually learn the skills, and you will never, learn from your ways if you keep cheating. And that is a fair case to be made. If you keep copying people's templates and not actually putting in the effort to edit your own videos, you'll never really make it that far. It's like this example I have recently of a kid I knew recently. He always cheated off people's tests, or he would copy the answers off the answer sheet during his homework time, or whatever they call it, a revision time. And what he slowly realized is he never actually learned any of the skills required to solve the questions and actually be able to comprehend anything, because he just sat there copying the answers of the question, not actually attempting it. He was just basically copying a template, and it ended up with him not being able to actually answer anything. Now the same can be said for Clash Royale. If you get your account boosted, maybe you want to be seen as a higher rank or higher trophy range. I'm all for it. Like, I don't really care about trophy ranges. I hit 10k a while ago. Ever since then, I have really not touched ladder that much. Also because I don't really have the time. But apart from that fact, it just occurs to me that a lot of things in life cannot occur without people actually putting in the effort. And by the effort, I mean actually attempting to, do things themselves. Because if you boost yourself in Clash Royale, you're gonna be like, hey, look at me, I'm 10k, and then, are you really 10k though? Because when you play in front of your friends, you're gonna be playing like a toddler that just walked out of a park on a Sunday evening, and they're gonna be like, are you really 10k, or did you just get your account boosted? And you'll be like, gee williker, man, I don't really know, because it wasn't me playing on the account to begin with. Anyways, the same case can be seen as I lose this match. I don't know how I strayed so far from... Well, no, it wasn't really straying so far. It was me talking about how you need practice to get good at editing, because editing is a skill. Now, as I said, there are different types of editing, different levels. I'm all for it. Just, if you want to steal people's templates, maybe try to variate some things so not everything is the same. just a suggestion, you know. I'm not your father or anything. I'm just another ordinary guy. Yeah, that's all I really got to say. May not be another video for a while if I don't get more work done. But I did get a very big workload done quite recently, which is what allowed me to record this. Anyways, appreciate you guys being here. Maybe I'll throw in a few sound effects. There you go, a few sound effects. And then this will cut to the black screen. That's my editing, guys. I'm a pro editor. Anyways, it's been good to see you guys after a while. I don't know when I'll see you next, but I'll see you sometime. Bye bye.